Not that long ago, a good friend of mine who's been teaching for quite some time now was pontificating about her profession. And she said, Lisa, really, I'm just an entertainer on the stage of my classroom. That's the only way that my students will really pay any attention to me. And if spring has taught us anything, it was that keeping students engaged required some pretty fancy dance moves. But really, we don't always have to put on our dancing shoes to keep our students engaged. We can find lots of ways to keep students connected when they're learning remotely. And that's what we're going to do here in Module 2. In Module 1, we learned about keeping students connected with our own teacher presence. Here we're going to take a look at strategies to keep them connected in other ways, such as setting expectations, giving them choice and voice, motivating them, using peer interaction as a way to keep students engaged, and we'll take a little deeper look at social presence. You know the power of expecting good work and holding students accountable. And setting behavior and academic expectations for the online classroom are equally important because when the act of physically being in school has been removed, we have to give students the guardrails to stay focused and motivated. And this includes behaviors for being good digital citizens and for navigating the virtual world safely. It also includes setting the bar high for academic expectations so students can rise to the occasion no matter where their learning is taking place. And equally as powerful is giving them choice and voice. Great thing about technology is that we have lots of options. And we can use the power of these technologies to give students control of their learning, which is more important when we can't always be there to guide them. We know it can be challenging for students to stay motivated to make progress when the immediacy of school is missing. So we're going to take a look at a framework to guide us on how we can help students stay motivated, and we're going to consider tactics to keep them moving forward and making progress. We also know that teams and peers can be very motivating for students, but successful teams don't just happen. They need support. And if peer collaboration is important, then we need to scaffold that peer collaboration. And so we're going to take a look at some ways to do that, both asynchronously and synchronously. And finally, we're going to take a look at social presence. You work diligently all school year to form a close community of learners. And we know that during the spring COVID, it showed us this big gaping hole that without our togetherness, community was really challenging. But we know it's equally important online as it is in a traditional classroom. But we have to work at it. The payoff will be enormous, and it will keep us all connected and moving forward. So let's dive into Module 2.